Today we actually have a little bit different of a video for you. We have a blowgun, not just any blowgun. This isn't a toy grade. This is a cold steel 5-foot Tim Wells edition blowgun, .625 caliber. We're going to do some ballistics testing today, show you how much fun these can be, how accurate it is, and I think you'll be impressed with it. Stay tuned. Alright, so the quick overview of the Cold Steel Tim Wells Edition blowgun is it is a 5-foot long steel blowgun. It comes in 2 pieces, screws together. It's very simple. One of the interesting things that it does have is it is such a strong steel that you can use this as a walking stick. It does have a grip up there, and it comes with a cap that you place over the end, and so you can use it as a hiking stick, walking stick in the woods until you're ready to use it, and you pop off the cap and you're ready to go. Now this is what makes this blowgun so powerful. The Tim Wells edition comes with 2 different kinds of darts. It comes with these darts, which are called the mini broadheads. I would say, you know, this use small game, target practice. They're very, I mean, they'll surprise you at how actually strong they are. And then you have the large broadheads. Now these are like razor sharp, and these are not expensive. So if you do lose them, you can buy packs of 20 to 50. I would say anywhere from $12 to $20. So it's not like a, you know, gun ammo, which you can't find anywhere. We're gonna give this thing some run it through its paces and shoot. I have some jugs of water, metal cans, and we'll just see how much damage this thing actually does. So one of the really cool things about the darts is the fletching actually will come off. As you can see in the slow-mo, and this is the mini broadhead, it hits the bottle of water, the fletching stops, and the actual broadhead continues through the bottle and is gone forever out in the field. So you can, you know, see how it hitting small game, rabbit, squirrel, how it's just going to penetrate and just keep traveling. That shot was from about 10 yards. And we'll do some longer range shots here in a minute just to kind of show you how it travels at longer ranges. So that was the mini broadhead dart. We're going to step it up to the large broadhead and see how it does. So you can see what the difference it made. I mean, you're talking some major damage there. The fletching didn't even come off on that one because the broadhead is so big. It created such a big opening. It was able to, the entire thing pass through. Now, generally on a small game animal, it's still going to pop off because it's going to be more dense than this. But you can just see the difference it made by having that razor tip on the edge. Let's step it up to a metal can and see how it handles that. I think we'll be surprised. So that one actually surprised me. I may have to get something to put in this to make it even harder to go through. I was expecting it to penetrate it, but not actually sail through it. I mean, it has a hole on both sides. That was the mini broadhead. Same thing, fletching came off, and I mean, passed through with no problem. I mean, this is a, you know, soup can. This isn't super thin metal. I mean, it's hard for me to bend. It's pretty strong. I do have a 2-gallon jug of water, so we will try that and see if it can penetrate all the way through the water. First, I'm gonna shoot this with the large broadhead and see if it can pass through, or if that extra width of the blade slows down against this metal can. So let's try that first and then move on to something else. Well, there it is. So it did not pass all the way through like the mini broadhead, but as you can kind of see in there, you can see the damage of just how much bigger the entry and would-be exit of the dart makes. It is a huge difference in the size of the damage that it makes, but it actually didn't pass all the way through. The mini broadhead didn't even look like it slowed down. It continued traveling, so I would expect to see the same thing on the gallon jug of water we're going to shoot here in a minute. I would suspect this. I do not think this will pass through. I think the mini dart head will, and then we will start doing some long range testing. But so far, I mean, you can tell this thing will definitely do some damage, and you can take some fairly large game with this. This is a Tim Wells edition. If you don't know who Tim Wells is, look him up on YouTube. He takes down some incredible game, from small game to some large game that you would not even imagine this thing could kill. So go check out Tim Wells and his YouTube channel. You'll be blown away, no pun intended. Well, there you have it on the gallon jug. I mean, you can see the total difference again. Once again, mini broadhead passes through, large broadhead basically passes through, and I mean, you can picture that on a small game animal, it's going to be toast. So extremely powerful. Now let's do some long range tests and let you actually see how far this thing can go accurately. Now granted, I've only had this thing for a few days now, but I can tell you it's actually not hard to aim. You just basically look with both eyes at the target. The hardest thing is just judging how much of an arc you need if you are further back, and just getting consistent with your breath. It's not a long breath, it's a very quick burst of air, and it will, you know, send it soaring, and keeping that consistent is key to keep it on target. So we're going to step back, do some shots, 10, 20. I don't know if I'll go much further than that today, just until I get a little more practice, but I'll show you at 10 yards and 20 yards the kind of groupings you can expect. All right, so this is 10 yards. You simply place it into the barrel. And as you can see right there, I mean, for somebody who's only had it a few days, it's pretty natural to pick up. But that was 10 yards. Let's move back to 20. All right, so 20 yards. Let's see how we do. The 20 yards had one a little high, but they actually, you know, two is pretty close. I guess we'll go ahead and try 30 yards, but I'm prepared to lose the dart. I'm not sure if I have the skill for that yet. Let's go back to 30 yards, but you can see at 20 yards, which it says in the description when you purchase it, it's absolutely still lethal, and I would say that was definitely an effective range. We'll shoot it back to 30 yards and see what we can do. 30 yards seems like an awfully long ways away, but let's see. Missed to the left. The height was about right. That one was low. Come on now, I gotta get one on here. Got it. Alright, so one thing with the 30 yards, we were able to hit it one time. Shot one to the left, one, and I just didn't get a good consistent blow on it, and it was short. If you actually watch this one though, even though we hit the target, I would say it flew erratic. You can kind of tell that it's flat on that end of the fletching, and this is because this is one of the ones that I shot through the jugs of water. And these fletchings, if they're not round, they will tend to see, you'll see the dart move through the air in crazy ways, and it can, you know, affect your accuracy. So that was one thing that you, especially if you're going to go hunt with this, make sure that all of these are in good shape. You can purchase these, you know, they're super cheap, but they are kind of brittle. But once you figure that out, you know, 30 yards, still had penetration, and it was, you know, it's definitely doable if you have the skill and take the time to practice. Well, that's all I have for you today. We're gonna have some more videos of this coming in the future. I have some ideas for some trick shots when I get good enough with it, and then when we start taking it hunting, maybe I can get some good camera angles and see what this thing's actually capable of in the woods. Once again, this is the Cold Steel Tim Wells edition. You can find these at Cabela's. They're hard to find, especially right now around the holidays. Very limited stock. I think the Tim Wells edition runs you about $59. You can get the Cold Steel 5-foot version, which is basically the same as this with a few different little grips, and it doesn't come with the big broadheads. That's also at Cabela's. I think they start around $39 to $40, but once again, they're kind of hard to find. Highly recommend. Again, like I said, check out the Tim Wells YouTube channel, and it'll show you everything these things are capable of, way beyond and more in depth than what I'm able to show you today. But I hope you enjoyed this. We're going to do some more long-range testing as I get more accurate and see how far we can actually push this back. I know there's several YouTube videos showing guys shooting this thing 50 yards with bamboo darts. I don't have any bamboo darts yet. I did order some, so they should be here. The bamboo darts apparently travel at a faster velocity because they're lighter, so you can get further distances. So I know there is one video at 50 yards. We may try to beat that in a future video. But again, thanks for watching. If you like this, like and subscribe. If you know the channel, Following Freedom. We do drones, apparently blowguns, and just random stuff that I do around here. And just hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks and take care. Y'all have a good one.